right now, Henry can zoom in on one of the Navy SEAL boats that's still out in the ocean. Most of the smaller boats are on the shore right now, but as you can see those red flashing lights, that is part of the Navy SEAL training operation here at SEAL Team 5. This is SEAL Team 5. They are a big part of our national security, and they are required to train in order to be a part of that national security. But now the Navy is saying that the pollution is so bad that they should postpone, cancel, or even move the location for their training exercises, all of which are not good options when you're talking about the Navy SEALs. So yeah, I got a chance to catch up with the medical doctors who run urgent care in Imperial Beach, and they see this stuff all the time. Take a look at what they had to say about this. They may be some of the toughest humans here on Earth, but even the Navy SEALs are not immune to the toxic waste from Mexico. Over the years, more and more sewage has made its way north to the Navy SEAL base in Coronado. As of today, we have proof that more and more Navy SEAls are getting sick as a result.
It's not a surprise. We've known for quite some time that the sewage in the ocean causes illness, so we're not surprised that now they have evidence showing that our SEALs are getting sick.
Just like everyone else who is exposed to raw sewage and toxic chemicals, the Navy SEALs have been reporting a spike in pollution-related sickness. Unlike most other people, however, they can't simply stay out of the water. This is their primary training ground, and they follow a strict schedule in the name of national defense.
Unfortunately, we're failing to protect them, and we're failing to protect the people who protect us and their family, whether it's the Navy SEALs, the lifeguards, the Border Patrol. I mean, this is a failure on our government to protect those who are protecting us.
According to a newly released research from the Navy's Inspector General, the Navy SEALs should relocate, reschedule, or even cancel water training when the bacteria levels exceed safety standards. In this area, that's at least 50% of the year.
Hopefully it motivates the federal government to provide the resources we need down here to fix the problem so that doesn't happen.
It could be much easier just to turn on some pumps and clean the water than it is to move the whole Navy SEAL training grounds.
Also, according to the Navy's Inspector General, during a 4-year period of time between 2019 and 2023, the Navy SEALs reported 1,168 cases of getting sick shortly after being exposed to the polluted water. This comes as no surprise to the doctors who run the urgent care clinic in Imperial Beach. They see this every day, including family members of Navy SEALs.
Last week, we saw a family in. There were 2 children of Navy SEALs. Both of them had infectious diarrhea. And Dad was ill. He didn't seek care, but the 2 children, Mom brought them in. So, they didn't have direct contact with any of the sewage, but yet they are victims of the Tijuana River sewage problem.
You know what they say, the first step to solving a problem is admitting there is one. With this new report from the Navy, let there be no doubt, they're putting the spotlight on the crisis for everyone to see.
I'm grateful that the military is looking and acknowledging that people are getting sick. There are other entities out there who don't acknowledge it, so I am very grateful. They're looking, they're publishing those numbers, and they're trying to be transparent with it. They're acknowledging we have a problem.
Yes, and that is a big acknowledgement from the Department of Defense and the Navy SEALs. That is huge. Back out here live in Coronado. As you can see, the training exercises are wrapping up for the day. Those flashing lights were sort of the main boat for the Navy SEAL training, whatever kind of training they're doing at this moment. But looks like most of the troops are back on the shore, and they're probably going to call it a day. But, this is a situation where national defense and national security is at stake, and according to the Department of Defense, they basically ordered SEAL Team 5 down here, which is about half mile from where I'm standing. They have ordered them to come up with a game plan by December of this year, giving them some time to do it. But when the bacteria levels and when the poop levels, let's say, hit a certain level out here, well, they're going to have to move, they're going to have to cancel, or they're going to have to postpone their training. So yes, this is now affecting military operations in America. So one of the things that the doctor said, hopefully this will shine an even brighter light on this crisis, because when the Navy SEALs are involved, national defense is at stake. Well, maybe somebody in the White House and in Washington will recognize a certain urgency that they have not recognized up to this point. We're in Coronado, you guys. Throw it back to you.
All right, Dan, thank you. Dan Plante.